All right, everybody, welcome back to VR Master League. I'm Palidore. Joining me on the booth is Caption. We've got ourselves the return of Team Joker. We just saw them, about 20 minutes or so ago in what was a very exciting conclusion to that match versus Instinct, but ultimately the victory for Joker. Of course, a big test once again, twice in a row now, this time against Flare. So, Caption, what are you expecting for this match?
A lot of good shots, I think. Actually, it's just like the specific part. You have sharpshooters playing for both teams, but I'm also interested to see the defensive end of spectrum for both teams, because both teams, to me, from what I've seen from them, both very offensive heavy. For sure, coming in, definitely both teams that are very, very capable. They've both shown it many, many times of coming in and racking up the scores, and we don't say it very often anymore about Flare being the upset kings, but I dare say that if they do come away with a victory today, I almost want to say that could be an upset as well.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to say. I mean, both of these teams, top teams in Master Tier, Master Division, but of course, Team Joker been absolutely steamrolling throughout Season 1. And, claiming that #1 seed in North America. So, yeah, any team that takes rounds off of them, it's a bit of an upset. We saw that from King last Sunday in what was that super hyped up series where we saw just a ton of Twitch interaction, something like 80 viewers, 46 subs, Twitch Prime subs, that is to say, and that one was hyped. And when Kangos took that round, even though Kangos have beat Joker before in Season 1, it had been a while. So anytime Joker is taken down, it is indeed an upset.
Yeah, and going to I got my 5 that I can't even think right now, but yeah, I mean, if there's any team that's going to be more than capable of coming up with a victory that we weren't expecting, I'm sure it's going to be the guys over on the other side, and it's going to be Flare.
Yeah, so Flare over on blue team, Grumpiest Broom, Chrome Platypus, Game, Voodoo, and over on Team Joker, it's orange side, Kung, Dash, Skinny, and Ryan 8. And hello to Twitch chat as well. You are really great. Glad you guys are joining us. This game looks for the first play to Voodoo and 2 for Flare.
Right off the bat, just like that, Flare going to come away with 2 points. That boost was coming in hot for that first initial possession on that joust. They got a hold of that. They passed that one over and got a good look at that, and it's 2-0 right off the bat. So seeing how Joker's going to respond to this.
Yeah, with 30 seconds now into this first round, hot start, and we'll see what Kung can do for Joker. In that last series versus Instinct, we just saw conclude not too long ago, took him right down to the wire in round 2. That first match, or the first round of that match, really hot for Joker. The second round, rather lower scoring for them. Scored 10 points in total, and only won by 3. So, Joker, it's going to be a question of how they open up this round, if we're going to see that really high-scoring Joker or we're going to see that lower-scoring one on this series.
Yeah, and right there, maybe a little bit of mistake, but that backline player, Kung, going to be able to retain possession of that disc to keep it moving up for his team. Skinny trying to get that one inside. He's going to be able to find Ryan. Ryan looking over for Dash, who is sitting on that post, and he just jumps off and shoves a nice little behind-the-back kind of backhand shot there to get that one in. Ties this game up 2 apiece with 8.5.
That was some serious close quarters combat there coming in front of the goal, but yeah, Dash, a very good job there to just find that pass through all the clutteredness, and yeah, didn't miss either. So off to the mid lane, Voodoo takes it.
So back over to Chrome it goes. Chrome getting that one up to Game, but 2 defenders back, so Game has no way to penetrate into that bubble there, so he's just going to be able to get that one back over to Grumpy. Trying to look to see what they can get going here as they get that one back down low, but just going to reset that one back over, trying to get some momentum.
I mentioned too, as Flare does try and roll on in, they're going to back it out before going up high, but losing the disc, punching Game out, I should say. I mentioned this during the Illuminati match. Is just that when we saw Flare, who was coming in hot a few weeks ago, for sure, faced off Illuminati, the key to that victory was just the scouting and denying Game his plays, where they'd pass it up into the spots, as he does take a shot, but it will be saved by Dash, kind of forced into it. So for Team Joker here, they can close off Game. That's one big key to success anytime you're facing off against Flare.
Yeah, Game for sure been that one player in at least this season. I mean, preseason we didn't see him too much, but this season for sure, for the entirety of this season, just been absolutely on a tear. As Kung looking to do that as well, puts that one in, make this game 4-2, finds it behind Grumpy as he's coming up off that shield.
Yeah, and so 4-2, a few minutes off this clock. And of course, we do have multi-streams going on right now, multiple on channel 2 and channel 1, with so much for subtleties, doing some camera work over on the Boosty Boys High Voltage match, I do believe it is, and yes, indeed. That's being casted by Sir Dimwee and Dano McFabulous from Chaos, who had a really awesome game last night, back-to-back for Chaos, and he especially in the one versus Ace, had an amazing match and a really fun conclusion for those who hadn't seen it yet.
And right now, Chrome looking to get this one over to Game, finds his man coming in off of that corner. He's going to be able to get that one and put it up to the top to tie this game at 4 apiece. So both teams not really giving anyone any wiggle room to do much. So tied up game once again.
Yeah, and shout out to everyone there. Again, I see Sneaky Evil, Andy W, got Stram and Kung, even though Kung's also in the game. But Kung was stopping in a little bit earlier. Meatballer there, as the defense just trying to cause problems, but Team Joker retaining. See Shepard as well.
Yeah, that was a great effort by Chrome there. Tried to get a hold of that advantage. He stole the disc and looked at a wide open goal. Unfortunately, just a little bit off the mark. It's going to eventually lead back into Joker's possession. Almost seemed like a risky pass that was almost in between both of that chain. Grumpy just going to be backing up into goal as it's going to be Ryan looking to come in, and Ryan finishing as well, putting that one over to the corner of the goal. I didn't know what he was going to do with that disc there, but putting it in the back of the goal is definitely the right thing to do, giving his team another 2 points, 6-4.
Jeez, chat piling up on me. 99 out of 100 times. You can get it right. The one time, I'm the worst. Literally sorry, though. Over here, though, go to Voodoo. And was I actually being figurative or literal? I don't even know. But anyway, we'll be taken by Kung. He's going to get slung into the other side as we get it on the right side of blue. And that's a good 2 for Ryan 8.
And this isn't the side of Joker you want to start catching them going on like this. 8-4 now, and those 2 quick points for Joker right when that halfway mark goes away. So might have to be a score now almost situation from Flair. Just don't want to let Team Joker really start coming away with some big points, or they're going to give you a lot of troubles throughout every round you play if it's 2 or 3.
Absolutely. Skinny here looking for maybe a slap 3. Had a little bit of time, but just kind of flung it to the side. Still, Joker is going to be ahead up here. So, Kung, mentioned that. Oh, another 3-shot coming out. I mentioned that game against Instinct. Tale of 2 rounds, basically, in terms of one really high scoring, one really low scoring for them. At the moment, kind of low by their standards as Game dives down low to bring it back within 2.
And that's exactly, like I said, what you wanted to see right there. So now an 8-6 game going to be coming in. So Flair still looking really into this game. And again, Joker not getting the highest scoring of games right now. Like you mentioned, that instant game only getting 10 points. I mean, the game isn't over, but Flair doing a really good job defensively, really to hold them down.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're still well within reach here as that deep fling just will sail eventually outside the bubble into Kung's hands. That's kind of a dangerous dive from Grumpy, but he trusted he had the time, and, well, he had the 10th of a second that they needed to at least get it back.
Yeah, and Game going to be looking to get that one up at the top. That could be good, but a little bit off the mark, off to the side there. So it's back over into Joker's hands as they go ahead, get this one out, and looking for a boost to come and collect, but it's going to be Grumpy playing that back line to stop anything else.
And Game hanging way out back, waiting for maybe a back pass, and can still receive one right here, and he does. And back to the hands of Ryan off the steal. Headbutts, still taken out by Game, and he'll back it out to Grumpy now.
Yeah, good play there coming from Flair just to get that one back over to Grumpy with that pressure all over them now, trying to get that one up. But unfortunately for them, not quite going to get there. It's going to find its way over to Dash's hands. So now it's going to be Joker once again looking to get something going out of their own zone.
You know what brought Instinct success against Joker in that second round I was talking about was actually the fact that they were kind of pressuring Joker out here a bit more than than usual, perhaps. And they were really throwing in some good defense and making them play a little bit differently to the pace that they were looking for. As Ryan does come out here and stuns, gets stunned, that is. Chrome Platypus coming away with it and does get the clear through the tunnel here. And boost underway. Maybe if they get there first, they'll have a numbers opportunity. We'll see.
Yeah, and it looks like they're doing a good job stunning out that boost, but that boost eventually going to be able to find itself coming in. But this could be trouble here. Is Voodoo's going to get that goal with Dash? Actually taking that one away. Man, right open. It's going to be Grumpy with his big foot dash. Denying him once again, so it's going to be going back out for the side of Joker, but game to recover.
What a defensive stand from those defensive hands from Dash. Doing the dirty work here, cleaning up every shot that comes his way, it seems. But right now, it will be still a 2-point game, a minute and a half left. It is in anyone's hands here. Ryan, with that clear, will at least help the case if that stack from Joker comes through with speed, which, well, right on cue, there it is. Dash in the goal, getting the shield off into the goal for Kung. And it does yield them the 4-point advantage with about a minute left almost.
Yeah, and Dash coming in absolute clutch there. I mean, that's exactly what they needed. They needed to get a stop. They weren't about to let Flair catch up to them, tie this game up at 8 apiece with a minute left. So now they're looking at a 10-6 lead right now. So Flair has to get something going quickly. Only a minute left.
Yeah, a lot of time. So again, 4-point. They need to score. They do. And so they're right back in it here. And for Joker, it's the game of control. They're a team who mixes and matches. Sometimes they're controlled, sometimes they're chaotic, but it's always entertaining to watch. But right now, it's all about maintaining that disc for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Joker maybe play a possession game here, but you never know with them. They could throw something else a little bit more out of the ordinary out at you, so they're just going to get this one cleared out, and it is actually going to go in the hands of Grumpy, so a chance now for Flair to actually get this one tied up. Unfortunately, though, that pass is going to miss. It's going to lead into his hands of Ryan, so a little bit of a break there coming for Joker as Ryan just looking to waste some time, going to be able to give that one back over to Dash. Dash now flinging that one over into the hands of Kung. With just a few seconds left in this game, I do believe this is going to do it for Team Joker. They're going to take away this first game.
Yeah, I think that interception and that attempted pass towards that left tunnel, that left wedge area, that was kind of the one open window they had left to make a play, but because of the slow bounce off, and it just took way too long to actually collect it back. And that's kind of what wound it down. But otherwise, a very well-played round from Flair, and Joker just squeezing by here with that 2-point advantage.
Yeah, and that's for sure. And I mean, I don't want to say all credit go, but a big part of that victory going into the way of Dash. We just seen before that game ended those two great saves coming out from Dash back to back. He got the first one, let it off, then it got rebounded over to Grumpy. Grumpy, very, very well known, I want to say, for just being so consistent on making his 2-pointers. He barely ever gets a save, or he barely misses anything, gets a couple of fakes going, and just absolutely robbed by Dash, and they get it out and make a score on the other side.
I think maybe that's what was missing on some of those plays. I saw Strem kind of pointing it out, and in nicer words too, Dash getting those saves, but just as well kind of throwing it right into the center of mass of Dash. Despite the fact that he was heavily bothered more and more over time, Dash has just gotten too good, as many goalies have, too good at still keeping focus on where their hands need to be, even with defense or even with the opposing team surrounding them, trying to punch them, trying to body block. If you throw it in the area of Dash's reach, so he doesn't even have to move his feet, it's going to be all the easier for him to get those saves, even though I don't know what's going on in open chat, but even though for most goalies that would be a hard save, Dash can just get it done constantly. And actually you can hear Grumpy in there saying Dash is the god of the goal in the open comms right now for the players. So yeah, I think Flair agrees, Caption, that was the difference maker towards the end.
Yeah, and I don't know if you'll find anyone disagreeing about that. I mean, if you get that shot going off and going in, tying up that game, I mean, it's definitely going to be a big difference maker. You're going to give Flair all the time in the world. They're going to have a lot of momentum going into the next play as well, and it'd just be a kind of who's game. But that great save from Dash, but it wasn't just that. Being able to turn around and go score on the other end is really going to help you as well, because you just turn that 2-point lead into a 4-point lead with just a minute left.
Yeah,
so, especially in a low-scoring game.
And there was a restart intermission of sorts. I'm not sure if it's a tech issue or they're just opting for the between round waiting, I guess, waiting game. You are entitled to said things. So I'm not sure what the problem is, but we're just gonna hang out here. I can bring it at least back to the gameplay screen, so you guys got a look. In the meantime, Omen Hollow a while ago. Sorry I didn't get to it, but tagging me asking how I'm doing. I'm doing good, doing well. That is, cause grammar. But how are you, Omen? Cause I know you're one of the players really antsy to get into the Quest beta, and as of the last few days, you finally got it. You know, stopping by in the Twitch streams over the weeks. So I'm glad to see you're finally into the Quest, and from what I could tell, you're really loving it, which is, I think, the case for a lot of people. It's really good to see.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what we want to see. More people loving the game that we love. That's why we do this. So, in Quest, got to be doing a lot of good things, and that's what we've been expecting since the announcement.
Absolutely. I played, so yesterday as well, last night, right after the cast for the night had finished, I also got in some matches there with the Quest version, and, well, the people in our party were Lemming, Simeon, and I. We had Rad David N, we had Zenith, we had Wit and Dash. In other words, between Sim, Lemming, and then Wit and Dash, I had all of my team there. You know, Eclipse for the 3 seasons. Then I had 11.5, who I was gonna play for with Wit and Dash. So it was kind of a fun gathering of familiar faces and kind of reunions of sorts. But the Quest version, so much fun.
I mean, if the Quest version pulling that kind of teams together again, I mean, sure, it sounds like an even better idea.
Yeah, it was fun to see. It's been, especially for all 3, you know, me, Sim, Lemming. I mean, it's been nearly a year since all 3 of us have played together, basically. So, pretty fun. And there was a lot of other players too. We met, I should say, because we were actually just queuing up in public matches and letting Matchmaker do his thing, as there was, you know, people kind of hopping in and out of the party and whatnot. So we got to see some of the new players involved too, or some other level 50s that I've not even met yet, and it was pretty fun. So lots of excitement in the air. But right now we got round 2 in the air. It's about to launch off here for Team Joker and Flare.
Yeah, last time Flare coming away with the Joust, and they were fast on it. See if that can continue here once again. It's just going to be going off, but it looked like a little bit of an error. I think someone from Flare hit the tunnel, but Joker, I didn't get to see what happened over there, but I'm sure it's probably something of the same thing there, as Pass is going to go down to the bottom, but just miss off, just hit that pole, or that block, sorry, as it's going to go over to Chrome and back over to game.
Seems like, yeah, both teams a little bit slower on that launch, just a few minutes off because of the intermission. So we'll see what Team Joker and Flare come through with in the second round, how they respond. We did see, again, a fairly low-scoring match, which isn't the most uncommon thing in the meta these days, especially in North America. But I would say for Team Joker, it's a little bit uncommon. They're usually a team who will just assault you with endless barrages of shots and until they can't shoot no more, and basically until the clock tells them it's over.
Yeah, Joker, one of those kind of unmeta teams that
yes,
see every now and then.
Timeout counter, thank you. Sorry, stream. I'm probably the worst. At least the worst caster of this hour. I can guarantee that much. But over here, it will be a Crumbiest with a pass over to Chrome, and one more cross. The game. Oh, couldn't make it. That was a good opportunity, but unfortunate miss.
That's not something we see very often, but Voodoo going ahead, getting that rebound, putting it in the back of the goal. I'm sure that's all what we were expecting to begin with, but Voodoo getting it done a little bit later than expected nonetheless, as he goes ahead, gets 2 points for his team, assisted by Grumpy. 8.5 minutes left.
Absolutely. So, with Team Joker and Flare, I mean, they faced off once before, at least, well, maybe more than once. I remember one of them were just, again, close matches here. And Flare is a team, we call them the Upset Kings, and anytime someone can beat Joker, that'll be an upset. For that matter, it's important to note, anytime someone can actually take Joker to round 3, that's an upset, because no other team has even been able to do that besides Kang. Despite the fact that there's been a lot of times where it's come close, it's just it's unseen beyond the Kang-Joker matchups from this season.
And coming around to playoffs, this is around the time we're going to see this. And speaking of around, Dash finding himself in front of the goal and going right around to the back, putting that one up and through. So another 2 points coming here for Joker to tie this game up.
And here, all the meanwhile, since we do have a tied-up game, we have 40-plus viewers in the stream. I'll just start a poll for you if you happen to want to vote on that. Who you guys got? in the second round. I know it's favoring Joker, but I mean, in terms of this game's context and this momentum, as well as these rosters, who do you think is going to take the round 2?
I'm actually curious to see that. I have no idea which way it's going to go because Flair looking to play really well right now. Unfortunately, though, that pass not going to be on the mark, so it's going to find its way over to Kung. Kung now getting that one over to Ryan. So Ryan, who knows what he's going to try to look for, is he's actually looking for a shot, and it is on target. What a ridiculously phenomenal shot coming out from Ryan as he's moving off to the side, picks off the most minuscule part of that goal in that corner pocket. I'm sure that's almost all he could have seen there.
Yeah, man. Well, if Dimwee was here, he is on the channel 2 right now casting, but if Dimwee was in this one, he'd be saying, "Oh, reliable Ryan," because that's what he does without even trying, it seems like. He just hits those shots with such ease, especially these days. I mean, his accuracy and consistency is pretty insane.
And a great steal there coming from Kung, as now Kung once again getting this one cleared, but Grumpy playing in the perfect spot there, going to be able to receive that one as he sends that one through to his teammate. So Chrome now looking to do the exact same thing, going off that backboard, but just missing it. He is going to be able to recover his own disto, has a teammate across. He is just going to back that one out, though that pass not the best look. So over to Game it goes, and Game once again backing that one out a little bit further. Grumpy now with possession, sending that one back down across to Chrome.
Yeah, so that first miss maybe won't cost them because they'll still get a 2, so weren't able to, find the extra point they wanted to off that 3, but still converting nonetheless. But that said, and this is again something that applied into the instinct match even, is just you want to squeeze out every possible point. So if you're given those fairly rare open goals on teams like Joker here, you want to be able to convert at a very high rate. And I know it's easier said than done, but just based on a Joker's ability to close out games, you don't want it coming down to those playing those margins where it's just within reach, but then you lose out because you just couldn't take advantage of a couple open goals here and there.
Yeah, so off it goes, just out of the reach of Kung. So it's actually going to be Game trying to come down there, but it's going to actually reach over to Chrome now. Chrome receiving that one back over to Game. Game going up and around over on Ryan, but again, Kung coming through this time in the goal as he picks off a save and over the hands of Ryan as it gets cleared out.
And that's Dash, so Kung doing a little bit of Dash in the goal, and Dash trying to get a little bit of Kung going with the shot, unable to do so. Of course, that's another dangerous part of Joker, which is to say both Dash and Kung are elite goalies. There's Dash assaulting the other goalie and gets the 2 points and back up by 3 for Team Joker.
Yeah, Dash definitely coming through on both ends of the floor this game. I mean, coming away so far, we can't see what he really got scored or if he got any goals last time around, but this time coming away with a couple so far. So Dash really putting in a lot of work right now on both ends. Absolutely,
and I see the vote had ended there. Will be 10-6 favoring Joker, but there are some Flair believers in there, and I know, well, we all know for a fact Flair is capable of getting it done, getting the upsets done, but Kung denying any chance at that, and just again, how do you contest it when you have so much good defenders in that goal out there for Team Joker?
Yeah, so it's going to be a clear now, and like you just said, Kung, the last couple of goal attempts coming through for the side of Flair, just absolutely taught off by Kung as he's going to go over for his own thing. Don't know what happened there. Hits it off the post, but it's going to go in regardless. I don't know if it hit off Grumpy's head or if he put it himself, but Kung coming off the top regardless and getting that one in 9-4 now for Joker.
I think Grumpy sprung a leak there or something, just very upset about that, and understandably so. Almost had that save, but still worked it on through. So they're down by 5 now with 3:25 left in this round 2. Flair on the offense, and at this point, I know there's still some time, but they really do need to score here and pull it back up close, because if you give Joker another chance and they score again, that gap is going to be a bit strong and a bit tough to come back from.
Yeah, so it's going to be in the hands of Grumpy. Grumpy now giving that one over to Game. Game looking at the bottom, but that is just going to be a little bit of a missed pass there. But back over to Grumpy it goes as he tries to get that one around. But Dash going to be there to get that one cleared out for his team as that boost is going to be there. It's going to be Skinny now looking over for Kung.
Whoa.
Kung looking at the goal. A great little chain of passing going to make this game 11-4.
Well, that was quite lovely there on that delivery. Look at that. Skinny assisting, and just immediately, zero hesitation, already knew in his mind exactly where the goal was. Basically, on that play, Kung could have closed his eyes, and that would have hit.
Yeah, I mean, just a wide open shot there, but a great look off that pass as well, and a great look off that clear. Just a whole, all around, every aspect of that play is exactly what Joker was looking for. So now it's going to be Kung trying to get that one out with Ryan on his back. They are going to get stunned out, though, so it's going to successfully make its way down. The other side, Joker going to be able to reach that disc first as they get it slapped behind them.
Yeah, and we'll be going back to the hands of Joker. So 2 minutes left. That margin is really looking like it's about to just get too big to overcome because Flair, we know they're a very strong offensive team. Now, that said, maybe I spoke too soon. There's a 3 that's redirected into the 2, was slightly off. So Grumpiest Broom was in the right place to secure it. But it's like I said earlier, giving up those extra points. So now based on open 3s that Flair had, that's an extra 2 points that they're now missing on the scoreboard. So this could be a 3-point game had they capitalized on those.
Yeah, now coming in, it is a 5-point game, 11-6, so it's going to go down to the bottom where Skinny's waiting. Skinny now looking behind him, making sure he's all good. It's going to get a little bit of a leech on it, and actually intercepted by Grumpy. So now it's going to be Flair looking to capitalize, but Skinny trying to get that one out. Unfortunately, just missing off the mark a little bit. Gets it back himself as he goes for a shot off the backboard. And Skinny making a 3-pointer, turning this game into 14-6.
Oh, not only that, but Skinny did a dab right afterwards, right towards the goal. Yep, he's definitely a member of Team Joker, I can confirm after that. So, with that said, Team Joker pulling ahead 14-6 on a completely unrelated note. Andy and Strem were both in the chat. Cast when? 1 day left. Voodoo here with a disc for Flair. Gonna pass it off and maybe just consolation points at this point for Flair.
Yeah, so Flair now looking to get this disc at least worked around a bit. It's going to be Game trying to back it out. He is going to find Chrome Platypus on the bottom, and he's going to come up and put it in the back of the goal. So 14-8 now. That is, I do believe, going to be it for this game, though. Once they get out of here, only one goal to put it away either side. So 14-8 is going to do it. It's going to be Team Joker once again taking another game in 2 rounds, but tightly contested both times from Flair.
Yeah, ultimately Joker not putting up the scoring output. Well, I take it back. One more score, but not putting up across the last 2 matches over the last hour and a half or so. Not putting the scores up that we see sometimes from them, but of course, lots of that testament to the defense from both Flair and Instinct across the last hour. So 17-8 here, and yet another sweep, and they will remain the unsweepable team, it would seem, or at least they don't see round 3s. They've seen it all of three times, and it was all against King. So what more can you say about the impressiveness of what they've accomplished here as they finish out their regular season with this win?
I mean, of course, regular season in the books for most of the top-tier teams. I think we have Illuminati playing one more time later on. I don't know if we have any other of the Master League or Master teams actually playing outside of Illuminati, and at least for right now, as the standings are currently set, no other Master tier team except for Illuminati is going to be playing. So the next time we're going to be seeing most of these teams is back in 2 weeks when they're going to be playing where it actually it matters in tournament style for the finals.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a gap here as we wind down the season, a real wind down as opposed to talking with Dimwee earlier how preseason 6 weeks got into it and got out of it pretty quickly there. It was just I suppose tornado in a can of sorts, where it was just 6 weeks of complete absurdity in a good way with lots of games, and then you had finals, and then it was done and we were good. And with this one, much more of a wind down. Going into the Quest version of Echo VR coming out soon, and currently in closed beta. A lot of new blood, I think, about to be coming in, so it's kind of nice to, I suppose, just wind this down slowly, take a little bit of a break, and hopefully go into Season 2, just maybe with the Quest version out by that time, or at least an open beta, and we'll be seeing a lot more activity, I think, around these parts if the last few weeks are any indication. I mean, if tonight is any indication. I mean, again, there's a lot of people who've stopped in throughout the streams who we haven't seen in previous weeks because they didn't come in until Quest. So, yeah.
Yeah, and for sure, it's definitely something I'm interested to see how Quest coming in is going to change the dynamic of this game, and specifically change the dynamic of the rankings. Because for all good or worse, you could have a team come in and be just as great as a gold team within maybe a month or a couple months.
Yeah.
You never know how quick these people can learn. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be a fun thing to look forward to. Meanwhile, checking out the schedule, as I'll pull that up for you, we do have something set rather imminently. I'm also checking the progress of the Channel 2 game here momentarily. Let's see. Yeah, because over here, 50 people on this channel or so. We have another 20-some in the other channel there. It's in round 3, Boosty Boys versus High Voltage, 4:16 remaining. So with that said then, the next match scheduled to start right about now, which is Illuminati versus Genesis. So we're going to transition to that game and cast that for you here in just a moment. So thanks for watching, folks. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to another exciting matchup. We are waiting on Genesis and Illuminati to get into an arena to start this matchup tonight. I'm your caster, SputnikKobra, and I'm joined by my co-caster, Caption, and the cameraman, Palidore. How are you doing tonight, Caption?
Oh, great. We've had more than our fair share of really, really great matches going on. Illuminati being involved in one of them, and I don't know if that momentum will carry over the same way as it carried over, of course, for Kangarella's going through back-to-back matches. Of course, Kangarella's beating Illuminati earlier just by hair, going into round 3 and winning in the last 15 seconds. And then going right after that to play their match against Spaghetti. So I don't think that momentum will transfer just the same for Illuminati here going into this match against Genesis. But definitely still have some of that that fire kind of left in them. Losing the last 15 seconds usually fires you up going into your next match. So Genesis got to be careful of what Illuminati is going to be coming out with right out of the gate.
Genesis getting the support in chat. VTS X King coming in saying Genesis is gonna clap. Change my mind. Furcar 16 saying, let's go Genesis, and Mozzie to back him up with the carrot symbols.
And going in, Connoisseur, of course, really, really heavily favoring Illuminati. Of course, Illuminati being a master tier team. For most part of the season, Genesis has been one of those come-up teams. I believe they started off in bronze and moved their way up to silver and have been doing really well over around the silver tier. So definitely one of these up-and-coming teams coming up. So seeing if they can do anything here going in tonight. Of course, like I said, Illuminati being one of those general master tier teams, so it's going to be more than a challenge here for Genesis in this last week.
They definitely have a mountain to climb. This is a massive matchup for them against Illuminati. It's going to be a difficult one, but like you said, they came out from a previous game, so they are warmed up and they are ready. And we are both in the match. Are you in the match yet, Caption?
I'm here. I'm more than here. I'm ready. I see both teams. I see one team ready. I don't see the other team ready, but I'm sure that'll change sometime soon.
And looking like it just happened, blue team is readying up and the neutral joust is about to begin. This match is about to begin. We're about to see everything happen, and I can't wait.
Yeah, just a couple seconds here. We're going to be running out, seeing who's going to get this first advantage. Illuminati, notably, one of the teams that has a very, very good initial joust setup, as they're going to get it but not be able to complete it. And as I say that, actually, a fantastic pass over to QL Young. It's going to go in straight over to Suburban Legend, trying to get something started. So they're going to go right, trying to get it very hot off the backboard. Speedy V, first 2 points of this game right off that initial joust.
Less than 15 seconds off the clock, and Illuminati's looking to make a point with that bounce two-pointer from Speedy V.
Yeah.
Shouting out that raid, Echo Arena VRML 2 with a party of 9. Thank you for joining us for this matchup. Chocolate to take possession, sending it down to Caden, and then getting these quick passes, but not able to keep possession. It'll sail into their back end, into the hands of Suburban Legend with that open 3 to put another 3 on the scoreboard to be pulled ahead by 5 with less than a minute off the clock.
Yeah, so 5-0 already coming out from Illuminati, and like I said, coming out really hot coming in. Still has a little bit of something left in their system from earlier. Of course, they want to come out here and make a point that they can, they're more than ready still. I mean, yeah, that last match, I mean, definitely making a point that they're more than ready for playoffs. But right now, wanting to come off with a big, big win to get themselves going, as this pass going to be going down to Caden. Caden looking to try to come up. He's going to give that one over to Baka. Baka, though, going to be losing that disc. Unfortunately, coming into the bubble is going to lead to Illuminati getting a clear, but not before H-Money to intercept that one right from the back, trying to put the moves on, but nothing going to be quite going from there until a shot coming off that backboard, but just missed.
Missing both opportunities. They needed those. The first one was missed by lost possession, and they'll get the clear downfield, and the shot will bounce off the crossbar, but be picked back up for a second attempt. They'll send it low, and they'll find the dunk. Suburban Legend from Speedy V.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of positioning. I mean, right there, I mean, I guess it's not a great example of it because Speedy missed the shot. He was just rolling in and got that over, but knew he had time to not just go ahead and try to rebound that shot right away, and found that guy down at the bottom and just took it in for the easy 2-pointers.
And that quick boost from Illuminati will allow them to get possession. They won't be able to get it. They'll knock it out of the hands of Genesis. Genesis will lose it and will go into the hands of QL Young. Illuminati is playing so quickly. They're putting pressure on this team, and they're not giving them any room to breathe.
Yeah, that's for sure. So it's going to be Suburban Legend now looking to work this one up over to the hands of QL. QL trying to get that one across to Speedy. Unfortunately, just missing the mark, but Speedy going to be quick to pick that one back up as he sends it over to Ender. Ender, ever so dangerous coming into the bubble. Unfortunately, tries to go for that cross pass, but hits ahead as he goes in. But a missed pass there could be danger for the side of Genesis as Ender's all over him, trying to play the same game as him, but not going to quite get there. Chocolate trying to go for a half-court shot. Is it on? It just hits the post, unfortunately, for Chocolate.
A lucky break for Illuminati. They'll maintain the 7-point lead. This shutout on Team Genesis, but Genesis to get it back in the bubble. They have a chance here, and a stun will allow Illuminati to get it back. This is just not going in the way that Genesis wants it to be.
Yeah, so Speedy now with possession, going to be giving that one over into the side of QL Young. QL Young going to bury that one into the goal, so 9-0 now coming up for Illuminati. Illuminati certainly starting off really hot.
Illuminati making 2 crucial stuns this first round, stopping any chance that Genesis has in the bubble. So it will be joust advantage back to Genesis. They are still shut out in this first round, 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock.
And just want to shout out a name I haven't seen around Echo Arena for a while. In the back in the chat is that shot almost going off. Billyisms, hello sir, what is up?
Billyisms has been coming to the chat for the past few days. It's good to see you, and we can't wait to have you back in the league. So to take possession will be Caden, pushing it up through tunnel, getting the forward pass to Chocolate, but this defense stops that progression. And this exchange, Suburban to lose it, and this pass will not meet its mark, and it will be a scramble for possession.
I don't know what happened to Suburban there, but regardless, they are going to get back with that disc. It was QL diving out of goal to give that one over to Speedy. So now that clear going to be going in. Looking at another open goal is Ender, who digs it off the post, and the disc kind of creates a mind of its own as it goes back over to Ender into the hands of Suburban. Suburban drops that one down to Speedy, and Speedy buries it.
A quick feed and a nice shot to that lower pocket as that goalie of Genesis comes out to try and respond, but not in the right position at the right time, and it will sail past them. So joust advantage back to Genesis. They are down by 11. This first round is looking grim for them.
Yeah, going around 11-0. Going to be a hard thing to come back from here, but Genesis certainly looking to put it in the effort as they get this one pass out. Unfortunately, just missed, so it's going to be over to Chocolate, but intercepted right away by Ender. Ender now trying to get that one down deep, maybe looking for a shot. Chocolate there to save that one, though, as he's trying to get that one back, but it missed off, so off the backboard it goes, and Speedy going to be there to bury it. A crucial mistake coming out from Genesis off their backcourt. Not able to get that one out, and that missed pass going back. Speedy capitalizing on that, 13-0.
Illuminati not pulling any punches, putting full pressure on this team, pressuring them as soon as they come out in their backfield.
Yeah, no, Illuminati definitely proving to be a hard team to kind of get something going on right now as they're forced to kind of get these passes back and forth, but these errors are not really helping their case here. So it's going to be a cross pass, unfortunately not finding anyone right away. Ender trying to be there to recover it, but stunned out by the boost of Genesis as it's going to be Baka now. Giving that one up to Chocolate. Chocolate trying to look for something, but gets stunned out, so it's going to be Caden who tries to get something as well, but QL Young standing guard in his way, gets the one to Ender. Ender looking into open goal, and he isn't going to miss that. 16-0.
Illuminati continues to beat this Genesis defense up and down the court, getting just massively advantageous positioning on this team and just able to pull ahead.
Yeah, 16-0 right now coming out of Illuminati. So Genesis, though, still on the hunt to get something going, but that boost being really, really powerful here coming for the side of Illuminati as they get another stun off on that QB. And it's going to be picked up once again here from QL Young as he gets a long slap coming down, but that boost from Genesis here to recover, but just missing that disc, so it's going to be Speedy once again looking at an open 3, 19-0 now coming from Illuminati.
3 minutes still on this clock. It's going to look like a mercy in this first round if Illuminati continues this momentum. It's just unstoppable offense from Illuminati.
Yeah, so Illuminati looking to come out hot the way they've been doing with their boost the whole night. They're maybe able to reach that, but gonna get that disc off just before it's gonna be over to Caden. Caden now getting that one over, but it's intercepted by Ender, and Ender getting that block off before anything else can happen. Maybe looking for a little bit of a trick shot, but just going to back that one off and let a player develop instead. Only need one more point to Mercy regardless. So if they can get anything before Genesis can score. But as I say that, Baka seemingly out of nowhere trying to go under the shield, but not going to quite get that. It's going to be the boost of Illuminati coming back.
And that clear will be picked up by Speedy V, who goes for that long shot attempt, but it's right in the hands of Caden at the back line. Caden going for that clear through mid. 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock, down by 19. This is very strongly in the hands of Illuminati, and that shot will miss. The target will be picked up by Chocolate and shot in at 3 meters.
Yeah, Chocolate able to pick up the first goal for his team, which is something that it's imperative for their team right now. I mean, if they come out and hold them to 19-2 for the rest of the game, or even able to maybe get some more goals going on, as long as they don't let it in a 3, they're not going to get mercied right now. So seeing what's going to go on, it is Illuminati's first time on this offensive joust. It almost just reached your man Ender, but just not quite going to be there.
Ender in triple coverage, but they're still able to pick it up. Speedy V gets it, sends it right back up to Ender, and Ender finds the goal at 5 meters, able to capitalize on the disarray from Genesis. Illuminati's not stopping.
Yeah, that's for sure. 21-2 right now for the side of Illuminati. Illuminati is hunting for that mercy, but on the same side, Genesis. Game is not really in the reach right now, but I mean, they're still going to be reaching around trying to stop them from getting this mercy as you see these passing plays continuing, but QL Young to stand back and get that stop.
QL Young at the back line, getting that stop, getting the clear down to his teammates. They have a chance to end this match, and they will at 4 meters from above the goal. Suburban Legend. Illuminati will take the first round.
Yeah, so first round going over to the side of Illuminati, 23-2. A big round here for Illuminati. Genesis maybe just has to work on their first offense, like their offensive QB round. I don't know why that was eluding me right now, as that's not really been developing too well for them, not turning into points.
Definitely, this Genesis team is just having such a hard time on their offense. They just can't get by Illuminati. Illuminati making the interceptions, making the stuns, and making the stops. They're just unstoppable right now.
Yeah, and that's certainly we're going to be seeing, and the big score here from the side of Illuminati is Speedy, who picks up 9 points and also coming away with 3 assists, and Ender 8 points to his name as well. QL with a couple points, 2 points, 1 assist and a save, and Suburban 4 points and 2 assists with a steal.
And checking the chat, we have Furcar coming in with Chew, signaling he wants the hype train to start. Sir Dimmy coming in with the Howard Stern, Baba Booey. And Skinny coming in with the choo-choo as well, and Sir Dimmy following up with, oh, Billy, there's supposed to be something that prevents walking. It's over my head, so I won't even try to explain it, but it's supposed to exist at launch or something. And with that said, we are at the start of the second round.
Yeah, so kicking it off into this round again. Illuminati just so good with their offensive joust plays, as we're going to get one going here. Suburban just going to hold on to it. Didn't have much pressure to go on with him as finally pressure comes, but Speedy is going to take that one in. Over to Ender. Ender putting that one into the top of the goal. Just great all-around passing coming from the side of Illuminati. Going to start this game off with a bang as well. Just 10 seconds in, 2-0.
Keeping that momentum from the first round, Illuminati's looking for a repeat. Getting another mercy, getting a sweep. They want it, and they want it badly.
Yeah, coming around, it is going to be Genesis once again on their offensive joust. Unfortunately, that pass going to be missing, but also going to be missed over by Ender. So QL Young going to be picking that one up in the backfield. Is going to reach its hands from Speedy to Suburban. Now Ender looking to go deep. It's going to reach his hands to Ender. Ender taking that shot, but it was a pass going to Speedy. And Speedy burying it for another 2 points.
That last possession is a prime example of how strong this Illuminati offense is. They are able to boost ahead of that defense and have the positional and man advantage in the bubble. There's just no chance for that goalie to make a stop.
Yeah, so getting out here once again, Genesis going to be going for another offensive QB round. Still trying to get into that top block, but unfortunately just going to be missing it. But again, missed by the side of Illuminati. So back in the hands of Genesis it goes, as they have an opportunity here, but just missing off that pass isn't going to quite help them. So it's going to be cleared out here once again for the side of Illuminati, and it's Speedy trying to go for the half mark. mail slot, but just going to be missing it. Age Money actually getting that disc out of Ender's hands.
And it will go below to Ender. Ender with that slow approach on the goal with that wrist flick shot, but the goalie will stop it. But he can't find the clear, and that Illuminati boost is so quick, and they get another chance on this offensive possession.
So Ender giving that one back over to Speedy, and back over to Ender, and again, just getting that disc away, but Speedy now looking to get it off the backboard, and once again, it's going to be saved by H-Money as they get that one out. QL off the backboard, finally going to get it done. It's going to be a goal going for the side of Illuminati.
A lot of hooting and hollering in the chat. An amazing play from H-Money, but not able to stop that last shot. It will bounce off Jadabaka's head and go into the goal.
Yeah, so coming out for this next round here, once again, it is going to be that QB round, seeing if they can get anything going, as it is going to find its way to Chocolate, but stolen right away from Ender. So now Ender just looking at that open goal, takes it off the post, back into his own hands though. He is going to get stunned out as he tries to go down, but Speedy coming away off that backboard again, hitting the post, but Speedy with the turnaround shot buries it for another 2. 8-0.
Ender getting stunned out on the ceiling, but that quick boost from Illuminati within the bubble response, gets possession, gets the shot off the crossbar, and Speedy able to just push it right back in.
Yeah, for sure. So going back out will be the side of Genesis, as H-Money giving it up over to the other side, and it's a cross pass now here, so they can get something developed. They're going for a back pass, trying to get this one slowed down, trying to go in. Unfortunately, pass going to be missed off the backboard. It almost seemed like it was a shot off the backboard, but just missed as well. Getting that back under, it is going to be a chance, but it's going to be stolen away from QL, as QL gets this one cleared away, and this boost coming out.
Another Illuminati stop in the backfield, and Illuminati shot a bounce off the crossbar. This time it will be received by Speedy back to post, and they'll try and find it, and they will find it, getting it off the head of Jadabaka again.
Yeah, and these last couple rounds, I mean, I don't quite know what's going on anymore. Ender's missed a couple of those wide open shots off the post there, and as well, the defense coming out for the side of Genesis. I mean, Jadabaka had that disc in his hand. I don't quite know what happened, but it's just the kind of stuff that happens in a game, and gotta take it for what it is, as we are gonna have Genesis here looking to get something going.
This is an incredibly hectic game, especially in that Genesis bubble, trying to deal with this Illuminati offense. They're just so strong. Their boosting is on point, and they find the passes where they send them. Getting it will be Suburban Legend, but not getting it through, and it will be a scramble for this disc into the hands of Caden. Caden up to Chocolate, looking to get this offensive push, but they'll give up possession to QL Young with that pass to the floor.
And that boost coming in for the side of Illuminati, and again, that wide open 3 just not able to hit the mark. So now going down there is Suburban, but getting stunned out by Chocolate. At least he goes up himself, tries to get maybe a clear, but Ender gonna be there. Ender with a man trailing all over him, tries to leap over a player, but Chocolate gonna be there. Chocolate also looking to get that shot off. It could be good, but just misses off the side. So back over to Suburban it goes.
And Suburban will try and find that clear, will bounce back towards the bubble, be missed by a player of Genesis, picked up by the following one. And Genesis looking to slow this down and get some type of momentum towards this bubble. They'll miss that pass, and now they're scrambling, and Illuminati will be there to get it. Now Illuminati has the chance to find this shot, but it will be saved by Jadabaka at the last second.
And what a save coming up from Jadabaka, coming back off that boost. It's going to be another chance, though. Ender looking to come in. He is going to bury that one for 2, but I can't express how good that save was. Coming back off that boost of a wide open goal on Illuminati. I mean, it's just something that you kind of just put your hand out and get. It's such a great feeling when you get it. So, I mean, good on Jadabaka there.
It is the Hail Mary of goalie saves, and under pressure, H-Money fighting it through the tube to Caden, and Caden sending it cross court to Chocolate. Chocolate taking the shot on the open goal, 15 meters. I didn't even see the open goal. He saw it, and it's 3 points on the board for Genesis.
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting an open goal there from Illuminati, and Genesis capitalizing on it. Now a 12-3 game, so a 9-point lead coming up from Illuminati. I mean, Illuminati having some troubles getting some open nets right now, so is very well still probably heavily into the side of Illuminati, but Genesis looking to trail back.
QL Young up to Suburban Legend. Suburban gonna try and find it off the geometry, will be caught by H-Money with the clear through mid.
Yeah, so a good clear coming out and a good boost as well if they can retain possession of this disc. Looking to get something going as it's going to go into the hands of H-Money. Now H-Money dancing around trying to get that one underneath. He's going to be able to find Chocolate, who buries it. Now a 5 points in the last couple of moments there. So 12-5 now coming from Genesis.
The goalie of Illuminati coming out of goal, going downward to contest that player, Chocolate. You can see they had their hand outstretched, but it just wasn't enough, sailing past their hand into the goal.
Now back over into the side of Illuminati here off this offensive joust. Gonna reach its way over to Speedy. Speedy now crossing that one up to Suburban, who's heavily guarded by Jada Baca, or Caden, sorry. So now able to get that one out is the side of Genesis. Once again, almost looking at an open goal, taking their time. Just misses off the side as H-Money. So over to Ender it goes, but just missed off. So it's going to go back into the possession of Illuminati once again.
Maybe Genesis is gaining momentum, getting quick boosting, beating Illuminati in 2 instances, but not able to get possession. We slap back towards mid.
Yeah, mid, where it's going to find Ender, but find a Genesis player once again. Unfortunately, I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but either way, not able to get that one off. So back to the other end it goes. It's going to be Chocolate looking to get something going.
And with that pass to floor into the hands of H-Money scanning the arena for anything, looking for his teammate, finding that cross pass, taking the shot, bouncing off the crossbar, and back into the hands of this Illuminati defense.
Yeah, but they're not able to get that cleared out. QL Young, once again, just not able to quite get it as it hits off the head. But a shot gonna come through with Jada Baca. Gonna be there once again. Ender trying to get a slap off, but missing it. It's gonna be over to the hands of Chocolate, who once again has it, looking to get a clear off, and it is a clean clear. So now Genesis just has to look to get a boost, getting together and retain possession of this disc. Might able to be get something going right now.
And with possession, trying to find anything in the bubble, losing possession, but getting it back in the safe from Suburban Legend. His hands outstretched, they find the disc and the clear through mid.
Yeah, Ender able to get that one cleared out. So now neutral disc. It is going to be picked up by Genesis. Caden getting this one all the way down once again, but it's going to be Illuminati right there, but Genesis actually beating them to the disc. It's going to be H-Money going off the backboard, dinging it, and it's going to be stolen right out of his possession as well off that rebound. Jada Baca, though, back with possession, trying to get that one worked around. Tries to get it, but it's going to be scrambled all over, finally getting cleared over to the other side of the arena. It might be back in the hands of Genesis.
This is frantic play. You have friendly chatter between these players, a little bit of smack talk, but it will go into the hands of Caden. Caden trying to find that pass off the geometry, but not able to capitalize on it as he gets the reception, gets stunned, and this Illuminati defense continues to make these crucial stops in the bubble.
Yeah, so over the hands of Illuminati here. It's going to be into the hands of Suburban. Suburban looking to come in, brings that one underneath, 14-5.
As multiple screams come through my headset, these teams, they are pumped up. They are trying to have fun, but not able to make the stop on the 1v1 is the goalie of Genesis.
Yeah, so going back out once again will be Genesis. Game is over now. It is a sweep for Illuminati, but with all the chaos that happened, see if they can just go for one more point, as it looks like they're going to try, but not going to come up quite with anything there. So it is going to be Illuminati taking this one in 2.
The best offense.
A really great game from both these teams. Genesis trying their best to hang on, and these teams are now chatting, exchanging good games and friendly banter.
Yeah, so coming out for that one, that was actually a second round there. Got a little bit interesting at the end. Illuminati, like I was saying, having a little bit of troubles actually putting the disc in the back of the goal, especially on a couple of their open chances, hitting some posts. And also Genesis also at the end, kudos to them. They were playing some very good defense, stunning out when they could, making good jumps and getting the disc cleared. Their boost was working. So at the end of that second round, I mean, Genesis really putting up a good fight.
Genesis getting so close to the goal, but Illuminati just making multiple stops, multiple stuns. Genesis coming away with a good game, but they just weren't able to finalize a lot of their possessions. Checking these stats out, Chocolate coming away with 7 points for his team. Chocolate also with 4 saves, really standing out for this Genesis team. Speedy V with 13 points, Ender with 12 points, Suburban with 6, and QL with 3 saves to Speedy V. Strong play from this Illuminati team.
Yeah, and that's for sure. And coming up soon. I do believe we do have another match about to come underway. Um, just coming around, it will be Gambit versus Orbit. So stay tuned as we will be switching to that one momentarily.
And with that being said, we thank you and we hope you'll stay around for this following match. Hello and welcome to our last matchup of tonight. This Saturday night, week 12, the last week of play. We still have games tomorrow, but we thank you for joining us tonight for this last one. I'm your caster, SputnikKobra, joined by my co-caster, Caption, and, of course, our benefactor that I'll always love to say, on camera, Palidore.
What does that mean? Hi.
Oh, are you talking on cast now? What does benefactor mean?
Well, in the context of casting benefactors, so I'm assuming Benny means good, factor means a thing. So I'm a good thing. All right, well this is gonna be a good match. Enjoy.
12, 11, 10.
And I think Caption is still there. So with this neutral
Yay.
joust underway, we're about to get started.
I am here. I think as we get the neutral joust going, and it's going to be off the way to Orbit as they get this starting play going. A fast one scoop going to be able to get that cross passes. Now he's looking to go in. He's going to have a man over him, but a back pass over to Sneaky is going to be the answer there. So Sneaky just backing this one out, trying to play this one slow. It is going to be the side of Gambit all over the bubble as they do have Captain Will coming out for him as they are trying to get some passes going in, and it is going to be Alter Droid taking that one in for two. And yes, that is right. Alter Droid is taking the place of Blenders here tonight for the side of Orbit.
So playing with a substitute, they are trying to play with new chemistry, I assume, but they have it. Able to find that quick 2 points and start off this match.
Yeah, Alter Droid, a player that's I believe he's their permanent sub. I believe he's been there for since last season, preseason. He plays every now and then, so I'm sure it should affect too much. But Blenders, of course, being that piece that does stay back really far back, it's going to be Zenith over to who else? Alter Droid. We were just talking about him as he puts another 2-pointer in.
Able to find that positioning behind goal and take that goalie by surprise. Mojali just isn't able to respond. And it'll be another 2 points for Orbit with this 4-point lead. Joust advantage back to Gambit.
Yeah, Joust advantage, of course, going back over to Gambit. So seeing what they're able to do on this offensive possession is going to be Leo actually taking it out, but it's going to be stolen by Zenith. Not able to get that one out as Leo reacts really quickly, able to get a stun going as Alter Droid trailing on Captain Will there. Almost able to get him with Captain, able to get a pass going over to Mojali, and Mojali able to send that one back over to Captain.
But the stun will come through, and Alter Droid, who he's saying a lot, takes the shot at 25 meters. It's now a 7-point lead in favor of Orbit.
Now Alter Droid coming away with 7 of the points so far for the side of Orbit. So Orbit looking at this 7-0 lead, only a couple of minutes gone throughout this game. So seeing if they can continue this and maybe keep stacking on this point, keeping momentum up. But it might be a case of Gambit having to score relatively quick.
And this pass along the wall will find its mark. Mojali will send it down court, but their team will not be there to receive it. One scoop leaving goal, finding that reception, getting that pass forward into the 2, but it missed its target, and now be a scramble for possession in the pocket.
Yeah, so it's going to be a Gambit disc here, so it's going to end up into Mojali's hands, but just missing out of the intended receiver's hands. So now over to One Scoop it goes. One Scoop looking to get that one cleared out, and it's going to go all the way down as Orbit trying to get their boost together to get this disc. It's going to be sneaky there. Man right beside him, he's going to back that one over to One Scoop. One Scoop taking a little bit of a 360 in there with the backhand to put that one into the top for another 2 points.
Styling with ease. They have this 9-point lead. They're not looking for any elementary shots. They want to get all the style points they can get. So just advantage back to Gambit.
And I apologize for this one, Palidore, but styling with ease and getting the stees for sure, as that was One Scoop going in the middle as they're able to get that pass going over to Supreme Buns, trying to develop this offense going. Mojali getting the disc stolen away for her for just a brief second, but Supreme Buns able to recover.
Supreme Buns with possession to approach this bubble. That incoming boost sending it back to tunnel, finding its mark with Mojali. Mojali sending it to mid into the hands of Leo, but Leo sending it back. Mojali isn't there, and they scramble to get that possession. Sending it back to mid to Captain Will, and they will retain possession, but under pressure will set it down, and they'll find it. That's what they needed. That's the lucky break, and they worked for it. They found it. Supreme Buns at 4 meters.
Yeah, Supreme Buns able to take that one in. It was great passing all the way around for the side of Gambit there, as they found the open man every time, and a really great pass there to start that all off by Mojali, who was under pressure and able to just get it through the crack of that tunnel to find the open man.
So One Scoop to receive it from Joust advantage. Sending it up, sending it back. It's back in his hands. His team's moving up, keeping their pyramid, keeping their form, and keeping their passing lanes wide open.
Yeah, and that's of course the important thing right now when you're playing this kind of game, as it's going to be a pass leading in, and an even better cross pass finding itself to Zenith as he's able to bury another couple of points there, make this game 11-2.
With this 9-point lead, we aren't even past the halftime mark of this first round. Gambit looking like they have to do everything right. They have to take this Joust advantage, and they have to convert it into points.
Yeah, so now going back over to Leo, he's able to get that one over to the top, finding Supreme Buns, who's getting that one back over to Leo, and Leo, once again, back over to Supreme Buns it goes as he gets that one crossed over, but just missed, so it's going to be over the hands of One Scoop, who's going to be ducking, and he's going to get that one passed over to Alter Droid, who's going to be walking up.
So Alter Droid with one defender in front of him, 2 defenders on him, losing possession, sending it off the wall, able to get it to his teammate, but throwing that interception at close range. Leo the Great will have possession and going for the clear, trying to make an opportunity happen for his team.
Yeah, it's going to be eventually picked up by Captain Will once again, who's trying to get that one up forward. So Supreme Buns now getting that one crossed back over to Will. Will back over to Supreme Buns, trying to go back and forth, but not quite making that. So it's actually going to be sneaky here, intercepting that one and getting that one cleared out all the way to the other side. And it's going to be Orbit boosting in. Zenith looking for the three-pointer, but a little wide there. It's going to not hit the goal, but hit the shield in front instead.
So we'll now sail into the bubble of Orbit, and the Stacks will be pursuing it, but it goes into the hands of Alter Droid. Alter Droid juking out this offense, defense in their backfield, and getting the clear and the boost. They meet it. Excuse me, I lost track of teams. It will go into the hands of Gambit.
So Gambit now with possession, still looking like they're having a little bit of trouble trying to get this one out of their own end as they back that one up to Will. Will now looking to maybe bring it forward, but just trying to maybe bait a defender into him, but that defender also going to be going off to the other side, but eventually going to be finding his way to Leo. So now a little bit of a great offensive opportunity here if they can get something going. Leo going to be looking over on Mojolly at that top spot. Off the backboard goes Mojolly. Supreme Bunzo going to be credited with that goal, so 11-4.
Nice moves from this Gambit team. Not going for anything fancy, just taking a nice shot off the backboard, finding those 2 points to close this gap to 7 points with 3 minutes on the clock.
Going out now, one scoop looking to bring this one up, not really contested, so just taking his time. Man comes on him, so Zenith now getting this one worked down to the bottom. It's going to be Sneaky Evil, a lot of time in this world, and has a cut pass, gonna go for the shot, saved by Mojolly, but Alter Droid ripping it out of her hands and putting it back in the back of the goal. So 13-4 now coming out for Orbit.
The quick reflexes of Genesis goalie, able to get the save, but that's only half the battle, not able to get the clear, and Alter Droid will snatch it right out of their hands and put it in for the slam dunk.
Yeah, Mojolly coming away with that great save, but unfortunately not going to be turned into much, though, as Leo the Great's coming away with it on this offensive joust, trying to get that one down, but unfortunately just missing, so it's going to be one scoop now, giving that one over to Sneaky, who's just going to bring this one up and pass that one right down over to Zenith.
Zenith getting that alley-oop dunk. The Alter Droid 11-point lead. They're running away with this game. Less than 2 minutes. This is looking like an Orbit victory in the first round.
Yeah, for sure, but I mean, at the same time, Gambit not going to be wanting to let anything off their tank. Of course, like I say, these last few minutes, even if you know you've lost, all important to try and get, because you need some momentum going into that next round as they try to get a pass off, but not going to quite get that. It's going to be Supreme Buns now back in this one, back off over to Leo, and Leo trying to get that one over, but it's going to be an intercept coming out from Orbit, but not able to put the goal away, so it's going to be back over to the side of Gambit. It is.
So Supreme Buns to take it through tunnel, trying to find a pass, trying to find a clear. Luckily, they will find it into the hands of their teammate. Now a quick exchange of passes, and they will lose possession, but to be picked up at double diamonds, they'll get a second chance.
Yeah, Captain Will now looking to work this one down. He's going to find a pass over to the hands of, I believe that was Leo, but now back over to Captain Will as he brings that one in and off the top, 15-6, sorry, just the last minute of play.
Captain Will putting his all into that shot at 19 meters a second. You can see that wind up. He shot that with a lot of force.
Yeah, so coming into this offensive joust here, going to be over into the side of Orbit. One scoop, getting that one all the way down. Unfortunately, just being missed off, but no one there to actually contest that. So it's going to be Sneaky now, trying to get that one down. That stun coming out. Not going to do it a lot here for Orbit. They are able to recover that disc and able to send that one back as well. The player coming down and back down into the bubble. They go, a cross pass coming in, and it's going to be, it looked like a save, but maybe just rebounding into the back of the goal. So 17-6 is going to be the final score for our round, going for the side of Orbit.
That last shot deflecting off a player of Gambit's head. Unfortunate end for them in the first round, so they will fall in this first round. They still have a chance in the second round, and Gambit's looking to make a point.
Yeah, I mean, coming out 17-6, I mean, you got to be coming out strong in that second round for sure. They did get a goal there late in the game, and like I always say, it's the all-important kind of goal to get late in that game. Last minute, you were only 2-2, and you were doing a really good job in that last kind of couple of minutes to be holding Orbit off from scoring, which they've been doing really good all game. So I mean, just keeping that momentum and what you were playing coming into that last couple minutes into that next round, gonna be doing a lot for the side of Gambit if they choose to keep that pressure and that intensity up.
Definitely. And looking at this chat, we have Duel saying, VTS, where'd you get that sweet emote? Palidore coming in with that is a pretty sweet emote. You're gonna have to go to his channel to find that one. Furcar coming in with Aiden. Duel with no sub emotes, it says. And then I don't know what Furcar is talking about with Star Wars, but Meatball are coming in with an LOL. And Sir Dimwee ending the chat with a nice shot on that last play of the first round.
Nice chat.
Is coming out there, Ultra Droid, really the big performer here, at least points-wise for the side of Orbit. We were talking about him coming in, subs. He's a sub for the team, but I mean, still putting up 11 points and really making sure that the side of Orbit is doing a really good job. So Ultra Droid, 11 points, leading his team.
Ultra Droid proving that he is a strong substitute for this Orbit team. So Orbit will roll out, get possession at this neutral joust, get these quick passes, trying to pull this stack out of position. They will get it to break. They will get possession at the upper trench, and they will get the pass, but the stun from Captain Will is perfectly timed, sending it out of the bubble.
Yeah, and Captain Will able to send it all the way out of his zone as well. It's going to find its way over to the other side, but One Scoop going to be the first one there to recover as he gets that one out as well and actually passed the player back, but not able to get that good thing. That boost is coming back for Gambit as that boost from Orbit hot on their tails, but it's going to be Ultra Droid at the mid-court finding that disc to try and set up Orbit's offense once again.
So with possession, finding that pass behind goal and getting that pass above goal, they will get the slam dunk. Sneaky Evil assisted by Zenith.
Yeah, Sneaky coming in off that top post there, able to dunk that one away. Seeing how Gambit responds to this, didn't want to say there was a lot of troubles on this offensive QB round coming out for Gambit, but definitely offensive troubles in general. So seeing if they can come out with some fire, but as I say that, Zenith coming in, able to get that one, but intercepted right away off that shot. So it's back over to the side of Gambit. It goes. It's going to be Captain Will trying to approach his way over and get this passing game going.
Under pressure and on the ceiling, look at this team. They're not able to respond to this defense. Orbit just giving them hell. And Orbit's boost will sail past that clear into the hands of Captain Will. Captain Will gonna get stunned out. They have this 2-to-1 advantage in the bubble, and they will try and get an anchor shot. They will get a rebound and send it right back into Ultra Droid, adding more to their score card.
Yeah, Ultra Droid coming in there off that rebound. That was a little bit of a fancy angle he had too, a little bit of a sharp one. So able to put that one away after One Scoop, I believe it was, just missing the anchor shot.
So with Joust advantage back to Gambit, they are down by 4. 7 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. They will hold back. They will take their time, survey the field. But that stack from Orbit is just too quick, and they'll find another shot at 25 meters.
So Orbit definitely keeping up the same intensity as they were last game. I mean, just a couple minutes into this game, we're already looking at a 7-0 lead here for Orbit, and they got to be feeling good about their lead here. I mean, more than 2 goals, it's a 3-goal lead at this point. So Orbit really early in this game looking really strong.
To roll out from the nest and send it low to the floor. Mojali to receive it. Mojali sending it to Captain Will. They're trying to get this Orbit stack out of position. It's been so difficult. It's just giving them absolute hell. They need to break it. They need to get past it.
Yeah, and looking like they might be able to here with this passing. It's going to find its way over to Supreme Buns, who's going to be just switching upside down, just get a different perspective there. Get that back pass going and that cross pass going to Captain Will. So Captain Will with a little bit of an opportunity, tries to lead his man in, but that pass, unfortunately, just not going to quite meet it. So it's going to be Zenith now looking to get this one clear, but Leo picking that one up. Leo going to the top, but just missing his man as well. So finally, it's going to be Orbit getting this disc cleared out to the other side.
And there will be another missed chance for Gambit. And a quick clear out, but they will get possession and they'll get this shot, but it'll be picked up by Zenith at the other side of the tunnel.
Is Zenith able to do a lot right now and take a lot away? It's going to be Sneaky now, getting this one up top, and it's going to be coming down and dunked. Mojali might have gotten her hand on that, but in the back of the goal right now nonetheless, so it's going to be 9-0 coming out for Orbit.
If there was a tomahawk slam for this game, that would have been it, coming down on Mojali. smashing it off the top of her head and ricocheting back into the goal.
Yeah, so it's going to be back over to Leo the Great again, looking to get something going as that stun's going to be coming out from Sneaky, and Sneaky trying to get to that disc, but not quite able to make it. Alter Droid going to be there, though, to be able to get that one over to Sneaky, and now they're just looking to slow things down, trying to get their play developed as they get that one back passed over to the side of One Scoop. One Scoop now giving that one forward into the hands. Didn't quite get to catch who it was in the hands of, but nonetheless, it's going to be discarded, and it's going to be thrown out by Gambit, who's trying to go for something off the top here. Going to find his way over to Will. Will looking for a shot, hitting that three-pointer, so a 6-point lead now coming from Orbit, 9-3.
Gambit finally able to beat this Orbit defense, beat them in positioning, get downfield, and get that shot. Captain Will for the 3 at 8 meters. Joust advantage to Orbit for the first time this round.
Back down it goes for the side of Orbit, and I don't quite know what they're going for here. It clearly didn't work out for them as Supreme Bun's going to be capitalizing. It's going to be 9-6 now, and that could have been a crucial error coming out for Orbit as they're only up by 3 points.
Orbit not showing any respect for this Gambit team. Gambit more than happy to pick it up and put it right in for 3 points. Only a 3-point game, 4 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock.
And Gambit definitely not one of those teams you can sleep on, as they're going to come out here now with a lot of aggression. It's going to be Leo now looking to lead that charge as he's getting that one passed down over to Supreme Buns. Supreme Buns now looking to get that one over. It's going to find its way, and another shot coming in from Will, and just like that, it's going to be Orbit with only a 1-point lead now. So it's 9-8 going out for the side of Orbit, but just 1 point again for Gambit to come back.
And the pass and the shot. 1-point game, like you said. This isn't what Orbit expected. Joust advantage to Orbit. One scoop to Kubi. Up to Zenith. Zenith sending it down to the floor into the backfield of Gambit. Sneaky Evil looking for that cross pass. It ricochets off the bottom of the shield, and it will go into the hands of Gambit. Gambit looking to capitalize on this. They only need to cover this 1 point to take the lead.
And that's exactly what they're looking to do here. If they get that disc, they're going to be a good spot for it. It's going to be Supreme Buns going for it. And now it's going to be Gambit securing the lead. 10-9 now, going for the side of Gambit.
Sir Dip, we saying in chat, let's go Gambit. Cruz is saying, okay, Gambit, I see you. Everybody in chat in an uproar. They want to see this upset. They absolutely want to see it after Orbit did that little chain play that resulted in 3 points being scored on them.
Yeah, so now may Orbit finally seeing that maybe they should start actually playing this, as that stun is going to come in, and Captain Will trying to get that one up. Unfortunately, going to be hitting off the head of Supreme Buns, as it's going to go to One Scoop now. He's going to be able to get that one over to Sneaky. Now Orbit looking to get something going. They've been scored on a few times in a row. Maybe have to get something really going right now. Sneaky looking to just slow this one down, get his team's possession going. As he gets this one up to the top, off the post it goes. That rebound going to be able to find One Scoop as they put it back, so it's now 11-10.
This game is so close in the second round. 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Joust advantage back to Gambit. Gambit been rolling with these Joust rollouts for a while. Hopefully they can convert this into points.
Yeah, so Leo now coming down. He's going to go down to the bottom there. A couple of pass options. Shakes off the one defender, gets that one down to the middle. It's going to be Supreme Buds going for a shot. Are you kidding me, Supreme? That finds itself into the back of the goal. It's 13-11.
And the chat goes crazy. Oh my god, whoa, a 3 LMAO, and they're just going crazy. This is pandemonium, and absolutely perfectly placed shot from Supreme Buns.
I mean, this is just testament to everything here. It's going to be Gambit now coming away 13-11. I'm absolutely speechless for what I just seen. So now it's going to be Orbit looking to get themselves back over. It's going to be a pass over to Sneaky. And once again, they are going to play their slow game because that's where they're very comfortable. It's going to be a pass, going over to Zenith. And they are going to find that dunk at the bottom. It's going to be Alter Droid tying this game up.
It is tied up in the second round. Gambit wants this round. They want to force a third one, and Orbit doesn't want this to happen. They are taking this game much more seriously than they were a few moments ago.
And of course, all tied up now. We're down to the last minute here. It is going to be Gambit once again with possession as they give this one over. It's going to be Mojali trying to get it down, but she is going to get it stolen from her. So it's going to be the side of Orbit now looking to try to make a move. They get that one cleared out, but this boost from Gambit hot on their heels. They're just going to fall back to goal. Alter Droid looking to come up off the side. He's going to be able to get possession of that disc. Goes around the back of the goal. He's looking to finish, but it's going to be stolen. But Zenith back with it. Going to spin around, hits the post. So back over to Leo it goes as they look to get this one cleared.
And it will sail through the mid. It's a flurry of exchanges. Everyone's boosting. They're trying to get possession. They don't want to fall in the second round. So we'll go into the hands of One Scoop. One Scoop sending it down. Is it on? And it's no saved. Saved by Captain Will. They will still stay in this match with that save. They will send it to 2, but they're still in this. They want this win, and they're going to continue fighting for it.
Yeah, looking for that boost. It's going to be Orbit coming down to the back. They're going to be able to get this one cleared out, though. No one quite going to be there. It's going to be Zenith now looking to go for this same shot. It almost seemed like Supreme just scored on them with, but just missing it off. So now 15 seconds left. It's going to be next goal wins, and that is going to be it for Orbit. Alter Droid coming in off that ground. Going to put this game away 15-13.
Not able to make that last stop. They will take the lead, and they will sweep Gambit into a truly competitive match in this second round.
And what a second round we just witnessed. I mean, right after that turning point where Orbit tried to do something, maybe disrespect a little bit, I mean, that really backfired on them as they found themselves now in a little bit of a hole. That momentum picked up for the side of Gambit. They didn't take their foot off the pedal. It was all goal from there. And I mean, coming in here, now, of course, they took the round, but I mean, for a little bit there, Gambit really looked like they were sincerely going to take that one away from Orbit.
Absolutely. And just like you said, you were speechless. I'm sitting here just taking deep breaths. What an exciting game. What an exciting finish to this night. Gambit not able to pull off the upset in round 2 and force in round 3, but they gave it their all, and they entertained all of us tonight.
That's all we can do right here.
Yeah, so I do believe that is our last matchup for the night. So, correct me if I am wrong. Going to check my learning. The last match of the night for us tonight. So that is actually going to do it for us here at VRML tonight. Of course, a really good couple of matches we've seen. It's been a really, really competitive night all around the board for almost every game we've witnessed. Of course, this one, you had the Kango game earlier. It's been a great thing to watch. And I mean, going into the playoffs, this is exactly what we want to see.
Definitely. And looking at these stats, Alter Droid, the substitute for Orbit, coming away with 17 points. Extremely impressive performance from Altered Droid. Supreme Buns on the opposite team, Gambit, coming away with 12 points. And Mojali getting only 1 recorded save. Leo getting 4 saves. Just a great defensive performance from them in the second round. But with that being said, Caption, do you have anything else to say?
Yo, you can go ahead. You took the words right out of my mouth. You're about to say what I was going to say.
Well, I apologize for that, but with that being said, I've been SputnikKobra, that has been Caption, and our cameraman has been Palidore, and we thank you again for staying tuned, and we hope you have a great night.